Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be a new mascara group review video. I love doing those, and this time it's going to be all about Essence Mascaras. So I was able to find 15 different Essence Mascaras, and I've been testing them in the last couple of weeks, months, and I wanted to let you know my opinions on each of them. So I'm going to let you know which one smudge flaked, which ones give me a length, volume, curl, and then place them in order of like my least favorite to my most favorites. Obviously, what consists of a favorite might be the reason why you would hate it, and vice versa. So make sure to listen to how I feel about it. For example, I'm personally more into like dramatic lashes than very natural ones. So the ones I dislike might be a bit more natural, so you might enjoy those if that's something you're into. A little bit more info about my own lashes. They are pretty long, but they don't have a natural curl to them, so I don't like to curl them. Plus, whenever I test a mascara, I like to see what curling it can do. So the pictures you will be seeing, the little clips, are me without having curled my lashes. So they're pretty long. There's quite a few of them. One eye is better than the other, but I feel like it's the case for everyone. So if your mascara looks like crap on my long lashes, I can only imagine what it does on someone that has shorter lashes. So you will see which ones I'm talking about. So yeah, let's go through them because there's 15. Let me start with a personal fail. I tried the Forbidden Volume Mascara Rebel, and I mean, with that type of name, you're expecting a lot of volume. And first off, let me show you the wand. The wand is really strange. It is a big one, but it's a pattern with all the Essence mascaras. Like half of them have like really huge wands, and they're kind of messy. Was the case with this one too. And I'm hoping you're gonna be able to tell, but it's almost like there's like 3 balls. So it was kind of weird to use. The formula was pretty dry once again, and Forbidden Volume, you would expect volume, but at the same time, forbidden, I don't know if that's what they meant. Probably not, but I mean, there was absolutely no volume, so I don't know if the volume was forbidden. Just saying, like, it was a complete fail. I really did not like this mascara. I was like reviewing it, and I was like, maybe some lengthening, maybe kind of fluttery, soft looking lashes. Maybe. But honestly, I just overall just didn't like it. There was like no like redeeming quality. It was kind of messy. The brush was hard to use, and I overall was not pleased with it, would not recommend it, and would never repurchase. I've only worn it a couple times because I just couldn't deal with it. I really didn't like it. The next mascara was a fail. There's not a lot of Essence mascaras that were like, oh my god, would never touch again with a 10-foot pole, but this one is kind of there. And it is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Mascara. And let me show you the one first. It's a kind of round-ish, huge mascara with natural bristle, and those brushes do tend to be quite messy. But this is a type of mascara I wish I could I might include a clip of me testing it for the first time. It's literally me being super confused. I'm like, am I even applying mascara on my lashes? Like, this is doing absolutely nothing for me. There was literally more mascara on my eyelids than on my lashes. Like, super natural definition, not really a curl, not really some length or volume. It was just... I also wondered if this one I got was old. Whenever you buy a mascara, you never know if you're gonna get an old one or not, so I don't consider that an excuse, because I mean, if I'm a normal person in the store buy a mascara, I will think this is the formula, so it might be the case. It kind of smells a little funny, but like not in the type of like usually old mascara smells, so maybe it's just the mascara that has like paint scent. But yeah, uber natural. Every time I would use it, I was kind of confused because more mascara on my face than on my lashes, so I wouldn't recommend it. I would never repurchase it or use it again. This one is going to trash as soon as this video is done. So I also tried some of their waterproof mascaras, which personally, I'm in general not a big fan of waterproof mascaras. I feel like they're oftentimes very heavy on the lashes, so they don't have any curl. But if you use it on your mascara beforehand and then use the mascara, the waterproof one, as a top coat, it kind of helps it make it more waterproof without having the problems of the waterproof. You know what I mean? So I did try them like that too, and I like them more. But I mean, if I'm just reviewing the mascara on its own, kind of not my favorite one. The first one is this one. This is the Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof Mascara, and you're gonna notice that the Get Big line is just not my favorite. And this did absolutely nothing. It just didn't do anything. And again, it's one of those with a big brush, and it's a little bit pointier than the other versions. The only thing is, like, this was messy, but then it's waterproof. So it's such a biatch to clean. Like you're trying to like clean it up a little bit and it's so hard because of it. You have to use like waterproof makeup remover. So if you're using this and you're already wearing eyeshadow on your lid, then you're gonna ruin it. So was not a fan of this at all. It just looked like I was wearing absolutely nothing, like too natural. So as you're gonna see in a clip, if I'm gonna have that tiny amount of volume, I'm definitely not gonna be applying any mascara, and especially a waterproof one that's gonna make it harder. But if you want to go swim and look like you're not wearing mascara, I mean, you might as well not wear mascara, but this could be an option. On top of other things, it wasn't horrible, but I prefer the other one for that because, again, big brush, kind of messy. So it kind of defied the purpose of applying a second mascara. So would not repurchase, would not recommend, did not like it. Between the two waterproof mascara, this one is the better one, but I still didn't really love it. And it's from the I Heart Extreme line, which I had been lucky with, so I was excited with this one. This one is the Volume Mascara Waterproof. And again, really huge brush of like natural bristle, kind of, maybe. It's very confusing. You just don't know. Kind of looks plastic, maybe. It did give the illusion of more lashes, and it was actually waterproof. I feel like sometimes a mascara might be waterproof, but you end up with panda eyes. It was waterproof. It gave me some length and some volume. A bit clumpy, but like fluttery, very dark lashes, which I feel like waterproof mascaras are usually kind of liquidy, so they do make your lashes look very dark. And then once again, since the brush was so huge, it was kind of messy, and since it's waterproof, it just makes your life so much harder to clean it up. But it's something that I did bring with me when I went to Florida and it was like raining very often, and I did try to use it as a top coat on other mascaras. And I did have another mascara that I enjoyed more as a waterproof one, but it wasn't bad. I don't think I would repurchase it. I feel like there's other waterproof mascaras that I enjoy better, smaller brushes that don't make my life hard. But yeah, it just kind of was okay. I wasn't impressed with it, would not repurchase, would probably not recommend. The next mascara I was kind of disappointed with quite a bit actually, and it is the Essence Get Big Lashes 3 Triple Black Mascara. And this one, once again, has a huge brush, as you can see. So it was quite messy. It kind of is a team. This one is like really big. Like if I, like it's the size of my eye. This is a really big brush. And when a mascara is called Get Big Lashes, I expect big lashes, but this was a super natural looking one. So it wasn't horrible if you are into natural looking lashes because it was separating. It kind of gave the illusion of more lashes, but there was so little product on my lashes that it really wasn't able to give me any volume or length, and I really tried to build it up and it was not worth the effort. So personally it was too natural and soft looking for my personal taste. The formula was quite dry to begin with, which I know a lot of people like, but personally I would not apply mascara in the hope that it looks like I'm not wearing any mascara. Like I'm wearing mascara because I want my lashes to stand out, and it just didn't give me that. So personally it was a fail, but I could see why it could work for other people, but I would not repurchase, not recommend. Now we're starting the category of to okay to good mascara. So not my favorite ones, but there might be something in there that you might also enjoy. And the first one is the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. And after trying the other Princess mascara, which you're going to see in a bit, I was very excited to try this one. It gave me some nice volume. It was a bit clumpy and didn't really curl my lashes. Actually, let me show you the one. It's kind of weird looking, as you can see. It has kind of a curl, kind of, maybe. It's very strange. So if I turn it around, you can see. It's kind of weird, let's just say it. It was separating, but not really lengthening. I didn't hate it, but basically I was kind of just meh, wasn't super impressed, wasn't like super disappointed. It just was an okay mascara, and it did flake a little bit too, so it doesn't help. But yeah, basically I didn't mind it. I would not repurchase it and probably would not recommend it. Personally, I didn't love it enough for me to repurchase it. It was just meh. Then we have another one of those Forbidden Volume mascara, which I mean, I didn't like the first one, the Rebel version, and unfortunately didn't love this one either. Not as bad as the other one though. It's just that this one, the main issue with it is that it had no curl. It did not curl my lashes whatsoever. And as you can see, it's just one of those small, straight, natural bristle brushes. It gave me some volume, like my lashes looked really thick, and I felt like it kind of gave me some length, but it was impossible to see because it didn't curl whatsoever. But when I look up in a clip, you might be able to tell some of the length, most of the length is my natural length of lashes, but I feel like you would be able to see it better if you were using a second mascara to curl your lashes, or if you enjoy curling your lashes, do it beforehand. So if that's something you're always doing, or or if you're lucky enough to have really curly lashes, I'm really jealous, then this might be a holy grail for you. But for me, it just did nothing for me. It almost made them look a little shorter than they usually look. But it made my lashes look really, really dark. You're going to be able to see once again in the clip. So it's not something I would ever use on its own, but if I'm using something else that is a little bit more lengthening and separating afterwards, then it's a good mascara to have in your rotation. But on its own, I wouldn't use it. I feel like I just can get a better look with something less thick, and it's just looking too heavy around the eyes if I can't curl and separate the lashes a little bit more. But again, that's definitely just a personal preference. You might be looking at this and be like, oh, I need this. So not a horrible one, it just wasn't for me. Then we have the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Curl Mascara, and I like the packaging on this one too. It's quite bright. The brush is similar to the one that I did enjoy, but this case I kind of have, again, a complicated relationship with it. Big like this, it does tend to be a little bit messy. It gave me fluttery looking lashes, some length and a little bit of a curl, and some very minimal volume. It was very natural, but the thing is, it's called Get Big Lashes Volume Curl, and sure, a little bit of curl. The volume was very minimal, so if you like something that is very natural, I feel like you wouldn't be tempted to buy this because of the name, but it's something I would recommend. And it's something that when I saw the clip later on, whenever I was preparing this video, I was like, I actually kind of like the way it looks on my lashes, but every time I would try it, I would be like, I feel like there's other ones from Essence that I like more than this one, so I wouldn't necessarily purchase this one over some of the other ones you're going to see in a second. So it's a good mascara, but it wasn't the best one you could purchase, in my opinion, from Essence. And I also wanted to mention that it did flake a little bit. This mascara, I have a complicated relationship with it. I loved the way it looks. Love. But I hated using it because of the wand. And it is the Essence Rockin Crazy XXXL Volume Mascara. And the wand in this one looks very, very strange. There's like two sides to it. One side has short little bristles and the other one has freakishly long hurting bristles. They were fantastic to separate your lashes, but every time I would poke myself and be like, damn it, I can't make you work without hurting myself. So yeah, complicated relationship with this one. It was lengthening, it gave me volume, it gave me some curl, and again, separating because of the freakish wand. It could have curled a little bit more, but overall, that's basically what it is. Love the way it looks. You'll be able to tell again in the clip, it looks amazing. But every time I was kind of dreading using it because it kind of hurts. So if you have sensitive eyes, I would probably not recommend this one. But if you like the way it looks and you don't really mind if a wand is a little bit more spiky, I think you would enjoy this one quite a bit. They're not kidding when they say crazy XXX volume. You'll see my lashes are super thick, super black. It did flake a little bit though, but nothing that is like crazy enough that I would not want to use it. Essence I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara, the one in the black tube. This one I was actually pleasantly surprised. I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I'm not into super natural lashes. Well, more like I'm into more dramatic looks, but this one gave me very natural fluttery lashes. This is the way I explain it. Whenever they look like not hard and just like soft and natural. The formula was pretty dry, which I never know if it's because I got an old mascara or if it's just how the formula is. But anyone that just buys a mascara will never know unless they buy multiple. So this one was pretty dry. The brush is humongous. Like, that brush is so big. And I believe there's fibers in there, at least it looks like it. And I've been like confused ever since I started trying it. I probably should have looked it up. I'll put it on the screen, but it seems like there might be some fibers. It was quite a bit of work to build it up. Like one coat was like, am I even wearing mascara? But then whenever you build it up, it does start looking more dramatic and lots of volume and very, very dark lashes. But if you're someone that likes something a little bit more natural, you would probably enjoy this one. Didn't give me so much curl nor length, but it wasn't clumpy whatsoever. A little bit messy when you apply it, but again, the brush is so huge, it kind of is a given. So overall, personally for me, it wasn't like mind-blowing new holy grail favorites, but really pleasantly surprised, and I did enjoy it, and I know a lot of people would actually really like this one. Next we have the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This was actually a good mascara. I feel like I wanted to mix it with something else. You're going to be able to see with the clip that This was a nice mascara. It gave me some length, it gave me a lot of volume. I kind of wish it gave me a little bit more of a curl. That's kind of why I'm mentioning that I would love to like use it with a second mascara that might be a little bit more separating. But it also did give me the illusion of more lashes, which is something I'm a big fan of. This one does have a small bristle brush. As you can see, this definitely looked like a classic one. I had no issue with it. It wasn't hurting, wasn't being too big, not too messy. So the brush was good. So overall, I do think this mascara was really nice. You're gonna be able to tell with the clip. I feel like it gave me so much nice volume. I feel like I like it more when I like see the clip than when I was wearing it. But it's probably because in real life, I would be always tempted to use something else to separate and curl my lashes a little bit more. But on its own, it's still a good one. But it's something I enjoyed mixing with other ones. So that's kind of why when I'm looking at it alone, I'm like, just a little something missing, you know? But it's definitely a good mascara. I would recommend, would use again. The next one is probably my favorite, or at least top 3 for sure. I was so shocked with this one because like I mentioned earlier, I'm into dramatic lashes, and this one gave me a fairly natural look, but like the best type possible. And I'm talking about the Essence Rockin Volume and Eye Opening Mascara. And let me show you first the one, which is kind of strange. It is, again, huge, but curved a little bit like this. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. And it did end up being a little messy, but because of the effect, I really did not mind. It was just giving me the most natural, but fluttery, not clumpy lash look. Some lengthening, some volume. I wish it was like a little bit more curling, although you will see in the clip that it did give me some curl. And it gave me the illusion of like having a bajillion lashes. Like amazing mascara for that, that's for sure. So if you're someone that likes natural-ish looking lashes, definitely recommend this one. My lashes looked amazing and I've been like going back to this one so many times because it's like, well, you know, I think I need a little bit more of that. So it took me a while to want to switch to the next one because I really enjoyed using that one. And it's definitely, like I mentioned, one of my favorite ones that I've tried from Essence. If you were to try one, I would definitely recommend this one or one of the other ones you'll see in a second, but this one was fantastic. The next one, I really like the packaging of. I feel like it looks a little like a comic book. I don't know, I'm into it, I'm feeling it. And it is the Essence The False Lashes Mascara Dramatic Volume Unlimited. And look at this. Doesn't that remind you like of Archie or something? I think it's adorable. And turns out I really like this one. And I was shocked because when you look at the wand, it is not what I'm usually into, like really not. It's a small brush with incredibly short bristles. Like you can barely see the bristles compared to the wand, but it was amazing. It gave me some curl, some volume, some length, but mostly it gave me a lot of definition, which again, would not expect from a brush like this. I do have to say though, it's very easy to overdo it, especially when it's freshly open. Probably because of the short bristle, eventually it just starts becoming clumpy. The curl doesn't fully last all day, but I didn't really mind it. And I just loved how it gave the illusion of more lashes. Again, that clip, you're gonna be able to tell, amazing. So as long as you don't overdo it, which I had a tendency to do, especially in the beginning, but once it dries out a little bit more, it's amazing. So I definitely really like it. Just be careful or use the second mascara to separate the lashes a little bit more afterwards, but otherwise, fantastic mascara. Very solid one. It did like a tiny little bit, like sometimes, I guess whenever you start wearing it like for like 12 plus hours, you might notice a few flakes, but really nothing dramatic. Nothing that would make me want to not purchase it again. Would buy again, would recommend, liked it a lot. I feel like when you think about Essence mascara, the one that I feel like everyone talks about might be completely biased. Maybe it's just the one I've seen people use and remembered because of the color, because it's bright pink. This one is the Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. And I tried that one 2 years ago and I liked it, but I felt like it might have been like a little just okay, kind of flaking a little bit. Didn't have any of those opinions this time. So, I mean, sometimes you get a good tube, sometimes you get a bad tube, or your opinion just changes in general. So I'm glad I ended up trying it again because this is a really good one. I understand why everyone talks about it. It has my favorite type of wand, even though I've noticed that maybe it's not the only type of wands that I like. Sometimes I'm really surprised, but it's one of those really big plastic brush with short bristles. Usually those are the ones that give me the best curl and separation in my lashes. When I see mascara with this type of wand, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna like you, which usually is true. It gave me crazy amount of volume, like crazy amount of volume, and it curled a little bit my lashes. It does get clumpy quite quickly when it's freshly opened. So again, it's a mascara that gets better as it dries a little bit. Honestly, I just loved it. It gave the illusion of more lashes, which again, big fan. It gave me some length, but I do have pretty long lashes, so I don't really need that much help there, but the amount of volume was just awesome. So overall, would purchase again, understand the hype, and would recommend. This is probably my number one. I was mentioning there's like a top 3 here, but this one is probably my number one. And it looks again like the comic book, so really enjoyed the packaging. This one is the Essence the False Lashes Mascara Extreme Volume and Curl. And curl. This is one of the ones that I knew right away that I was going to like this. I was applying it. I always film my first impressions and then I write down to complete them after a couple days. Basically, that's how I do those videos. And the first application, I was like, oh, I already know. Like I just know. And I was right. It's a small one, but it has a little bit of a curve, as you can see, and it did amazing on my lashes. It's a bit messy, but it was super lengthening, like super long lashes. They were looking full and like fluttery. A little bit clumpy, but like not in a bad clumpy way. Like not like it looks like you have like 3 lashes that are just stuck all together, but more like you might have like 1 or 2 lashes stuck together. So it just gives you the illusion of a lot of volume. So a good clumpiness. So lots of volume, some curl, and just overall a really fantastic mascara. It was like super solid and it does get better as it dries. I feel like it's a pattern here. I kind of like mascaras that are a little bit drier. I feel like they're a little less clumpy. And overall, loved it. Would totally repurchase. I am not done using this. I still have it. It's like one of the more freshly open ones. So this one is gonna stay in my rotation until it's completely dried out. I really enjoyed that one. I feel like the curve of the mascara did help a little bit curl my lashes. I feel like it's something that sometimes the straight ones don't give unless they're like the solid plastic ones. So pleasantly surprised, did really enjoy it. Would totally recommend you purchase that one. So I tried to go kind of quickly so you will be able to at least see the clips and then the quick explanation about how I feel about the 15 mascaras that I've tried from Essence. That's like a lot of mascaras that I've been trying, and some of them were worth the money, some of them are kind of okay, but I feel like I overall had pretty low expectations because Essence is so affordable that sometimes, even though I know you can find really great products for really cheap, mascaras, I feel like whenever I buy them for like $1 or $2, I'm always disappointed, but these ones are all, I believe, under $5 and so worth the money. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So if you were on a budget or if you were just looking in general for a new mascara, I hope this video helped you out to find a few new ones that you might want to check out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It helps other people find it. I will actually be linking on the screen some past group reviews that I've done. I highly recommend you check those out. Most of them are actually about drugstore mascaras, so there's plenty of really good ones out there that you can find for affordable. Don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss any future videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.